Welcome, everyone. I hope you're having a nice night. My name's Phil, and I'm here with the Winnipeg Winter Club. Today, we'll go through a yin yang class. To begin, we'll do the opposite of last week. We will start by laying down on our backs. Okay? So, you can lay down. It might feel nice if you're quite tight or sore to have a pillow or a blanket near. You can even use some blocks or books in today's practice, or some sort of belt. You might not need anything. But anyways, yeah, just start by laying down on your back. And make sure that your chin isn't jutting far back so that you're in a back bend. You want your chin to be in a nice neutral position, your head in a neutral position, okay? You can start with your palms just facing up beside you. Your knees can be bent. You can have a block or pillow underneath your thighs, or you can even just have your legs out long if that feels comfortable. So just give your eyes a close here. If you're wearing glasses and you'd like to take them off, you can. With your eyes closed, or even halfway open, just start to turn them towards your nose. And just start to watch your breath moving in and out there. Keep your face nice and relaxed, releasing any tension that you feel there. Just breathing in for about 3 to 5 seconds. And breathing out for about 3 to 5 seconds. See if you can keep your eyes nice and still on your nose so that the mind becomes a little bit more single pointed. You want to have the middle back of your head grounding, not too hard or soft. Just notice the middle back of it touching the ground. Have your shoulder blades, your waist, backs of your legs, backs of your heels touching. You can just let your feet flop out, open to the sides if your legs are long. Otherwise, if your knees are bent, just keep your knees right over your feet. Just let your shoulder blades stay on your upper back. Relax them away from your ears. And keep your spine at its longest so that you can breathe comfortably. And just start to make the sound of the ocean with your breath. You can even imagine in the back of your throat, you're making the sound like ah, ah. Let your breath make that sound. And just start to really let go of your day. Let go of your night. And just be right here, right now, on your mat, with yourself, with your breath. Taking a few more nice breaths. Okay. Just start to deepen your breath and wiggle your fingers and your toes with tiny movements. No need to move or do anything yet. Just wiggle your fingers, your toes. You can stretch your arms up and back behind you, your legs down and forwards in front of you. Imagine taking a deep breath in up the front of your spine, down the spine, exhaling down. Keeping the front of your body nice and relaxed, back of the body strong. Keeping the natural curves in the back and the spine. Okay, on your next inhale, bend your knees. Give yourselves a hug. Lift your legs up towards you. Wrap your arms around the backs of your legs. And just bring your head closer to your legs. And just rock around a little bit, taking a few nice breaths here. Okay. Now, when you're ready, you're going to bring your head back down on your shoulders. Just hug your right knee in towards you right now, okay? I'm going to stay here just for a moment. This can be a nice release for the sacroiliac joint, the hips, the back. It can be nice and grounding just to hang out in these postures for a long period of time. Let your mind catch up with your body catch up with your mind and your breath. And we're going to hold each posture for about 30 or so breaths. You're just feeling a nice stretch, maybe around the right hip. And keeping your back nice and equal. No need to press down through your neck. There should be a curve at the back of your neck. Same with your low back, your lumbar spine. Just a nice little curve, just high enough for a little mouse to squeak by. And see if you can just be okay with doing nothing here. But breathing and watching yourself here. Slowing down. You might even spread your toes towards your knees. Push your heels away from you a bit so that the backs of your legs lengthen. Hanging out here just a little bit longer, okay? You can keep your sacrum on the ground. Your shoulder blades, the back of the head. You breathe in, finding length, both sides of the body. And exhale, just relaxing into it. You might even start to feel the stretch move, maybe to the front of your left hip, or it could be anywhere really. Wherever you feel it, you might imagine breathing into it. Yeah, this picturing your breath moving to the areas. It's like a visualization technique. It's not really anatomy, but a technique we use in yoga. So as you breathe, really use your nose, your lungs, your diaphragm. All right. On your next exhale, just slowly let go of your right leg. Just rest with your palms facing up beside you. If your eyes are closed, notice your left side, notice your right. From the tips of your toes all the way up to the top of your head. Really, you shouldn't be like, there's nothing to see. You're not going to see some sort of vision or anything. Just might feel like a sense of energy kind of rushing through the body. When you're ready, we'll switch sides, okay? Hug your left knee in. In yoga, they say that the energy is called like chi or prana. We'll hang out here for the same amount of time, about 3 minutes. Nice and easy. But also, I find this difficult. I find in my even day-to-day life, I always want to keep going and doing something. I always even sometimes want to skip my yoga practice. But when I do, I find I've become unbalanced. This is kind of like balancing your body, retuning it. In yoga, we're working with all types of our bodies, our physical body, our mental, our emotional, we're working with all parts. My teachers, they've been saying lately that when you come into posture, you feel something, and that feeling forces you to wake up in your mind and your body. It wakes you up into what you're doing, and you have a choice. You have a few choices you can make in that time where you feel it and notice. You can either take action or inaction. And there can be um, yeah, benefit in both. So if it feels like the body is not really opening yet, just hang out and relax. That can be enough. If you feel not too much, you can bring your leg a little bit closer to you and just try and keep your body as equal as you can. Watch your breathing. And I know you have to hold your leg up here and use some muscular action, but see if you can release any tension that you feel. Unneeded tension. Almost there. Take about 5 more nice breaths. Breathing in for about 5 seconds, breathing out for 5. And this can be a nice stretch for the hips. The hips are always working all day. Okay, another breath in and out. On that exhale, just slowly, slowly lower your legs down, legs out long. If it's too much on your back, bend your knees. Just rest for a few breaths in stillness. They say that the yoga happens where you can't see it. Maybe what I think about that is maybe it's like happening inside of the body on a subtler level. Okay, keep your feet hip width apart, slowly float your eyes open, and just windshield wipe your legs from right to left. Gently. Okay, now bring your legs back to center. Hug your right knee back in towards you, okay? From here, we're going to reach the right arm up above you so that your left leg is long, your right arm is long above you. We're going to hang out here, try and balance yourself well. Left side to the right side, notice. How can you balance a bit equaler? More equal. If your right arm goes a little bit numb and tingly, please bring it down by your side, okay? This can be a nice opening for the lungs and the abdominals, the psoas muscles. Notice even as you inhale, the lungs just kind of want to stop and kind of force you into an exhale. The lungs can get really sticky. This kind of helps to open them up. Stay like this, or we're going to start to bring this into a single leg twist. Keep a 90-degree angle in your right leg. So line up your toes, heels, knee, and right hip. So to bring your right leg over to the left side of your mat slowly. If you cannot bring your left leg down like me today, you can place something underneath your thigh even. You can keep the right arm off the ground, out to the side. Eventually, maybe you want to see if you can get it down. If it feels really awkward, take both arms out to the sides. Take your right hand, touch it to your left, keep your head off the ground. Just bring your right arm back behind you. You can do that a few times until it feels nice. We'll hang out here just for a moment. Yeah, if the twist is too much, remember just plug your knee in. The right arm stays up just for a little bit longer. Few more breaths. Okay, if your right leg is over to the left, inhale it back up to center. Exhale, hug your right knee in. Lift your head up, your shoulders up if it feels okay on your neck. As you're ready, just set your body back on the mat. Take a few breaths. Just watch your body here. All right, let's switch sides. Hug your left leg in. Lift your left arm up. I know it feels a little bit easy at first, but once you try and start to balance yourself out, you get a little bit tricky. Watch your breath, body and mind, okay? You know what to do. Notice where your whole body is in space. Breathing in, finding length from the front of the body, relaxing into it. The internal organs, they hang off the front of the spine, and the back of the spine. So you want to keep it a little bit strong. So if you twist it on the other side, take your left leg over to the right. If you want to try again, you can, or remember, you can take your left hand over to the right. Open your arms. You can do that a few times, or just hanging out with your left leg in, left arm up. Like you're in a standing balancing pose. You can even imagine as you twist on the ground here that you're standing on your right foot, holding your left leg up. Remember, you can place something underneath your left leg just so that the muscles can relax a little bit. When the bones are supported, the muscles can relax. One more minute, okay? If it just is too much, remember, come back up to center and try again when you're ready. 5 more breaths. Can you see yourself clearer and clearer in your mind from the inside out, outside in? Awesome. On your next inhale, bring your left leg back up to center. Hug it in towards you. Lift your head up towards your leg. Take a few breaths. And just rest again on your back for a few. Have a mini shavasana here. Might even feel nice just to let a few exhales out through the mouth. Oh, exhaling can have the same effect as like laughing or even like crying. Oh, all right. Now, bend your knees. Lift your left arm above you. Roll to your left side. And we're going to come up to sit. I come up to sit. We're going to do one more yin pose. I hope you have something like a block at home. If you don't, you can use anything. You can even roll up your yoga mat to like this. I'm just using two yoga mats just because it's easier to demonstrate. But yeah, you can use your own yoga mat or a block, pillow, anything. Basically, you're gonna lay back down. And we'll go into supported bridge. You're gonna lift your hips and you want to place the block underneath your waist, underneath your hips, okay? Something just to elevate your hips. We won't hang out here for too long, just same as before, 3 minutes. And if you do not want to lift up, you can just continue to lay on your back. It can be nice and grounding just to watch your breath and lay on the ground. And let your tailbone lengthen a bit forwards and up in between your knees. Same with your pubic bone. That will be a little curve in the lower back. Same with the back of the neck. Do not touch the back of your neck on the ground. See if you can relax your shoulders. Let the front and back of your heart stay nice and open. If you have a block under you, and or something else that you can put under there to make your hips go up higher if you don't feel much, place your hips up higher. And this can be a nice release for the same sort of muscles that we were working on before. See if you can relax into this one. If your chin is jutting back, where it feels really hard on your head or your neck, place a blanket underneath your head, okay? You want to feel nice and comfortable. You have about a minute to go. If you feel okay, you want to try, you can start to walk one leg forwards little by little. If it feels comfortable, walk your other one. So you're in a long bridge. Stay like this. If you feel comfortable and supported, reach your arms up and back behind you and breathe. Keep their the back of the spine a bit strong, until a little bit soft. You can have your kneecaps facing forwards, a little bit out or in. Let's just take another full breath in and out. Reach your arms back down beside you. Bend your knees, place your feet underneath your knees. Press down through your head, your arms, your feet. Breathe in, breathe out, and lift your hips off of your block or your mat. Remove it and lower down nice and slow. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. Then hug your knees in towards you. Lift your head up towards your knees. And just give yourself a little shake here. Okay. Place your feet back on the mat. Reach your arms up. Turn to your side. Use your arm as a pillow. Let's come up into a all fours position on your hands and knees. Just like this. We'll start to do a little bit of active now, okay? From here, spread your hands out on the ground. You start to breathe a little bit deeper, a little bit quicker. Tuck your toes under. As you exhale, start to really round your whole back. Breathing out. And inhale, lift the front of your body. Keep your back long, breathe in. Do that for 5 more times. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting. One more exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Now from here, let's come up into downward dog, okay? Lift your hips up. Away from your hands, reach your feet towards the ground gently. Now we're gonna go just like cat-cow, but from downward dog to upward dog. So come down back onto your knees, put your feet back, keep your arms straight, spine long, breathe in. And then we're gonna come back into downward dog. Tuck your toes under, round your back, push your hips up. 5 times. Inhale, come forwards onto your knees. Feet back, breathe in, tone the belly, back and pelvic floor. Exhale, come back up. Your hips up. And inhale, come forwards. Straighten. Inhale. Good. Go back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come forwards. Inhale, upward facing dog. Let's do it again. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. One more. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. And let's come into child's pose for 5 nice breaths. Side to the big toes touch. Open your knees apart. Send your hips back towards your heels. Head down towards the mat. Do not force your head down, okay? Or your hips. Hang out here for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Look forwards. Come up onto your hands and knees. From here, reach your right leg back behind you. Watch out for the stuff behind you, though, okay? Right leg back. Yep. From here, can you reach your left arm forwards? And here for 5. 4. And hold yourself together well. 3. You can breathe a little bit deeper and quicker. 2, 1. Switch sides. Place your left down, left leg back, right arm forwards. And reach out through both ends of your body for 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Down, back down. Take your breath in and out. And from here, we'll come into a lunging position. Step your right foot in between your hands. Once you're there, if this is too much on your knee, you can put a blanket underneath it or just lift it up. Hard your legs apart. Push your feet and legs apart, lengthen through the spine for a few breaths here. If you can, place your hands on your right leg. Use your legs, your core, your back. Stay like this or reach your arms up. Breathe for 5. You can look down, forwards, or up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now open up into warrior 2. You're going to drop your left heel down. Open your arms over your legs, straighten your legs. Your left foot will point forwards to the side of your mat, right foot straight to the front. Bend your right knee over your ankle. Look at your right hand. Push your feet and legs apart for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peaceful warrior. Turn your right palm up. Look at your palm. Then reach your right arm up. Drop your left arm down. Look at your right hand for 5, or your left hand. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open back up to warrior 2. Can you windmill your hands to the ground? Send your right leg back to a push-up position on the knees. And then lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lengthen through the toes, the fingers, the arms, the legs, the spine. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Good. Step your left foot in between your hands. Down onto your right knee to begin. Charge your legs apart. Set up for the other side. Stay like this, or hands on the left leg. Push your feet and legs apart so they wake up and stabilize your hips, your shoulders, your ears over your hips. Stay like this, or lift your right leg up. Stay or reach up for 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2. Open your arms over your legs. Turn your right foot out to the side. Left foot is forwards. Bend your left knee over your ankle. Look at one of your hands for 5. Almost done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your left palm up. Turn your palm up. Reach it up. Look at one of your hands. 2, 3, open back up to warrior two. Straighten your legs. Breathe in. Bend your left knee. Place your hands on the ground in front. Look onto your right toes. You can send your left leg back to a plank. On the knees or off. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forwards. Sit down. And legs out long. We're going to do one more. Sit up nice and tall. Spread your toes back. And the feet can be about hip width apart. Take a nice inhale. Slowly go forwards for 10. 9. Little by little. You can always try pressing down through the backs of your heels, your legs a little bit. Your sitting bones that you lengthen. You can even try spreading your toes back with your heels forwards. Or bend your knees, that might help too. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. 1. Come up. Good. Lay on your back. Bend your knees. Take a breath. Once your knees are bent, give your legs a little shake from side to side. So we'll set up for a final resting position. If you're wearing glasses or the lights are really bright in your house around you, you can even turn them off if you'd like. You want to get nice and comfortable. Even if you have a blanket at home, I find that you get nice and cold in Shavasana as you start to really breathe in your diaphragm. And all of your heat kind of goes to the center of your body, getting cold. So a blanket is always nice. The teachers have said to, place a blanket on the middle of the body. You can leave your hands and your feet out. If your eyes are closed here for a little bit, we'll rest for a little bit more. It's 3 minutes resting. Okay, you start to deepen your breath. These tiny movements, wiggle your fingers and toes. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. Yeah, come up to sit slowly. Once you're seated, let's bring the palms together to end class. Thank you so much for your practice. It's so nice to see you. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Let's see, I'll pause it.